I'm sure that many of you who visit this channel are already very suspicious about this building that free fell down in Florida. And for good reason. After all, it's very rare that we have a building just free fall, collapse. In fact, it's practically unheard of, other than 9/11 and today. So, when a major disaster occurs in one of our societies, especially an extremely abnormal one, our JDAR should be activated right away. You should be very suspicious. You should be on the hunt for clues to see if there's any duping delight coming from the you-know-whos, or if there are any admissions by them. And this clip right here, this report from this station, I will provide a link in the description for it. I want to make a commentary about this particular report because, and you'll see why, but I'll go ahead and let you know in advance that it's basically praising our greatest enemies, allies, and it's giving them all this credit that they're there to save the day. And I'll make some more comments as we go along. So here we go.
And tonight we are seeing new images of the Champlain Tower South just moments before the collapse. Local Sun News reporter Glenna Milberg is live at the command center with what it shows and how it may shed.
All right, I'm going to fast forward a little bit, okay?
The shock of vacationers next door and what they witnessed. Half of Champlain 707 Risa Rodriguez, who would be rescued from her balcony. She was on a phone call with her brother, cut short.
Oh my God! What the hell? The whole site is moving on.
Now hours before a full week since, a cavalry of rescue teams have recovered 16 people, the 4 overnight.
All right, are you ready? Here we go. First thing I want you to notice, top left corner of the screen there. What do you see? Who's getting credit for this footage? Why are the Israeli Defense Forces at a leveled building in America? How did they get here? When did they get here? Why are they here? Are they here specifically for this? Does that mean they flew over immediately after it happened? Why have they never done any such thing before? Didn't see them on 9/11, but all of a sudden we see them here for this random condominium that collapsed in South Florida. Don't you find that a little odd? Let's continue.
Not yet publicly identified.
Our detectives have been working around the clock to reach every single person who we have been told may be missing by a loved one.
Rescuers now have 3D imaging mapping created by the Israeli team here.
Oh, so the Israeli team created some 3D mapping, all right? They make it sound like 3D mapping doesn't exist or didn't exist until they literally say that this Israeli team created it, right? In other words, like they're the inventors of it, even though they didn't create, even, I guarantee you, even the actual software they're using, they didn't create. Guaranteed 1,000%. But anyway, let's keep going.
Blue is living rooms, red are bedrooms.
We paint it with different colors so the rescue teams will understand.
Here we go, Israeli Defense Force. Why are there a team of Israeli Defense Force troops standing on the soil of America, and why are they suddenly at this building when no building we ever have we have building fires every day. We have buildings that explode. We have, homes that explode from gas fires and all this other stuff, gas leaks or whatever. Why are we looking at an Israeli Defense Force commander standing on our soil in uniform at this disaster site especially, but even on our soil whatsoever?
Which place was the living room? Which place was a bedroom? Which place was one that...
Look, more propaganda footage courtesy of who at the top left?
We believe that there is a trap.
That's the commander of the Israeli team who met with families this morning. He's also involving them for details about loved ones. Were they likely in bed? Any unique...
Where are our troops? Where is our defense forces? Where are our Marines or our military or our National Guard, our somebody of ours? Where are they at this site? Why are we only seeing and hearing about and getting footage from an Israeli Defense Force team?
Jewelry or furniture or tattoos to spot. How did the families receive that? You were facing the families. What was their reaction to you?
I believe that give the family all the information we can to make them part of the process of how we build the picture of the site. Give them the opportunity to feel that they are part of the rescue effort.
I want to show you one more piece of video we got from that vacationer. Her name is Adriana Sarmiento, and she provided what could be really interesting clues as the investigation goes forward. This one, she and her companion are in the elevator after going back to their room in the hotel next door. You see they're a bit bloody and cut up, and aside from the physical cuts, they were so shaken up by what they had just witnessed, not only from the beginning at the garage, having no idea what they were looking at, to all of a sudden a building coming down right next to them. And their videos and their accounts will no doubt be part of the evidence building for many levels of investigation.
That footage showed nothing at all. There was no clue you're going to get from that at all.
Including a possible criminal investigation into what happened here. That said, the Israeli commander and the task force of Miami-Dade, they are all right now meeting with families for their evening briefing, and we understand there will be more news coming out of that.
Why? Why is an Israeli defense team of their military working with Miami-Dade police and no military of ours whatsoever on site mentioned at all anything? I'm telling you, there's more to this story. This is a baby 9/11 of some sort. This is either some kind of insurance deal they had going with that company that they owned, or that they owned the building, or there were people put in that building that they wanted put there so that they could collapse the building on them. Something's going on more than 100 times more than what's being told. And the clues they're showing here, they're literally smearing in your face that we have the grabblers there doing their thing. So, and they have footage and they have all this other stuff going on. So something is going on. They're trying to control the narrative of it. They're the ones talking to the people in the building, supposedly. There is way more to this story. There is a totally different story to this disaster than what is being told. And before I go, look at the cucked people of ours in the comments. Let me just scroll on down until we run into some. Look at this top, the comment right underneath the screen there. Thanking the Israeli team. Next one. The Israeli team thanked them. Oh, yeah. And it just keeps going on and on that way. If you scroll the comments, you'll see that lots and lots of our cucked people, look, the Israeli commander is a class act. Da, 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 da. All these commenters most likely are our own cucked idiot people. And what a shame, what a shame, what a shame. But, a lot of these comments also could be, the you-know-who's just making fake accounts to compliment themselves and try to encourage other cucked whites to leave their own comments complimenting and thanking the you-know-who's. But, yeah, here we go. Look, all these people think that the Jews have, a crazy amount of technology and search capabilities and all this high-techedness and all this, and it's all nonsense. 100% of every single thing they have ever had, have ever been trained on or know how to use, 100% of it has come from America, from white people, from Britain, from somewhere in Europe or America. Guaranteed, 100%, 1,000%. All the time, always. There's no exceptions. They don't create anything. So, anyway, just wanted to show you that also because it's just, yet another example of how lost our people are. This is why Christ calls the part of our people who are not following God's way. They believe everything they're told. They love worldliness. He calls them lost. They are our lost people. They are lost. They believe everything they're told by these liars. They are the ones you see bowing before the fake, the black wannabe Hebrews and all these other things. These are our people who are lost. They are lost people. And that is who we're trying to win back. One person at a time and one family at a time. We hope to win as many back for Christ as well. Christ will win them back through us if he decides. But that's our goal, is to be feverish workers for Christ, hoping that we can allow Christ to influence people through us as a vessel. And so I hope all of you, go out of your way to do whatever you can to help further our people's awakening, so that the sooner, because the bottom line is, the sooner our people as a whole, as a people, turn back to God, the sooner God will drive out the invaders from our land. He says he will do so himself. He's the one who floods us with them. He's the one to punish us when we stop following his way, which is exactly what we did in America and Europe and all in our white countries. We stopped obeying God, so he allowed the you-know-whos to ruin us by flooding us with aliens, as the Bible calls them, also, or invaders, if you want to call them that. And it says they will ravish our women. That's exactly what they're doing. And they will destroy our children. And that's exactly what they're doing. So God said, if we all turn back to him as a people, not 100% of us, but a large populace of us as a whole, turn back to his ways and following his ways and honoring him, that he will drive the invaders out. Not us. He will create his own way of doing so, and he will drive them all away, and he will heal our land. So it's very important that you do whatever you can, when you can, whenever you see an opportunity, or whenever you have the ability, you see an open window to awaken one of our folks, whether it be with a clever comment you say to them, and that's all you do, or if you're able to get more in depth with them and really show them a lot of things. Whatever your talent or your opportunity is, go for it when you can, for your own soul's sake, but also mostly, and for number one reason, is for God and Christ and the Holy Ghost. Take care. God bless.